Hey Saber World, this is Josh. I'm gonna do a beginner's guide, saber comparison type video. This isn't rating anybody. This is giving beginners some information, so they don't have to go out there and find it. This is one video that will explain a few things. Okay, so we have lots of different sabers here. This is my collection as of right now. I've sold a few, bought a few. Okay, so this is a master replica. This is what we've known and loved for quite a while. It's all we kind of had. This is kind of the bottom level. This is really a collectible. All lightsabers are collectible, but you can't really do anything with this besides put it on the shelf. You can get it converted, so you can put a 1-inch blade in and duel with it. Personally, I wouldn't. I would go with an actual dueling saber. But this is my son's master replica Yoda that I've had converted and had a good soundboard put in. This is a Solos Hold Padawan. So this is a pretty small hilt. This is an empty. When you hear somebody talk about empties, it is just the aluminum hilt. You might want to make sure that it's install ready and it's not solid all the way through. Again, it depends on what you're looking for. I'm going on dueling sabers. So this is what we call an empty. There's nothing in it, as you can see. I'm gonna make that into a stunt. So that's the next thing. What is a stunt? A stunt is a dueling saber that you just have lights on. So you'll notice my Ascend actually has quite a nice soundboard in it, but this is kind of visually what a stunt is. It's just lights. There's no sound. Next up from there is different kinds of dueling sabers with different kinds of soundboards. So I say when you're going for a dueling saber, first look at the kind of hilts you like. If you like thin neck sabers, look for a thin neck dueling saber. If you're more of a one-piece aluminum, look for something like the Ascend. So, I will go through the companies at the end because I'm not rating companies here. This is just a beginner's video for you guys, okay? Soundboards. The Master Replica soundboard's pretty basic. That's at the bottom. Next up from that is Saberforge's Saber Core or Ultra Saber's Obsidian. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying feature-wise, I feel that those two companies don't have the best soundboards. Am I saying they're bad? No. But I'm saying that once you get into boards like the Crystal Focus 7.5, that's an insane amount of features. Up from those is a Nano Biscotti. Now, Nano Biscotti allows you to customize it a little bit. You get to... So here's an example. This one, and this one have Nano Biscottis in them. That's the base level. So there's two manufacturers for soundboards in the custom saber world. There's Nigon and there's Plector. So Nano Biscotti V2, 1, 2, 3 here that have them. That's kind of like the base level board, I would say. So this has a... Let's actually back this up a little bit. Let's go back to the basics. What is in a dueling saber? What is in a custom saber, per se? In this hilt, the LED sits here, the board and the battery, and of course you have the switches and the speaker. Now it's very basic. There's lots of little things you could say that they have, but that's just the basic. So the LED, there can be one that's you have so many choices, and this is where you're gonna get, this is just off the deep end. All three of mine have a tri-cree LED. There's 3 LEDs on the disc. Some companies will just have it where it's just 1 LED and it's really strong. This is 3 LEDs and it's super strong. Now the nice thing about this for customization, that's why I say it's the base level customization, it houses a tri-cree, and I get to pick 2 sound fonts. Now there's something called saberfont.com where you can go out and take a look at all the different sound fonts. Alright, now if you look at the ceiling, you see how it did that? It's called Flash on Clash. So out of the 3 LEDs in here, 2 are blue and 1 is white. When it detects I hit something, it flashes white. Almost like when you're in the movies when the lightsaber would hit something or bounce off blaster bolts, it would flash a different color. Personally, I like that because it is more realistic to a saber. You might not need that. That's fine. So I really just have Plector. Again, there's nothing against Nigon, but I all my boards are Plector. So that's what I'm going to showcase here. So these 3 Nano Biscotti. That's an empty. These 2 are Crystal Shard. Got that right. These are Crystal Shard. This is a great middle level board. It does color changing. So it has 10 different colors and it has 6 different sound fonts. Where this did 1 color and 2 sound fonts, this does 6 sound fonts and 10 different colors. So it sounds better. The detection is really nice. Now, let me show you. So, hold the auxiliary button here. Holy moly, so now it's purple. It's kind of a white, kind of a frost white. Now, you can even change this on the fly. By holding the auxiliary button and tapping this, I can change the color on the fly. You can customize the sound fonts. You can customize the colors. Those are totally cool. That's a mid-level board. I do not have a high-level board in my collection right now. A high-level board would be Crystal Focus. Now, Crystal Focus has different ignition sounds. So where that has an ignition sound, Crystal Focus makes it so if you did it this way, it'd be a different ignition sound. If you did it this way, it'd be a different ignition sound, so on and so forth. So, and the sound and the hit detection are out of this world. I don't have any of those, so I can't really share them. Okay, so we're going to go through, so I already said this is a master replica. This is a Saber Forge. I really like their designs, and they have some great cannon hilts. There's not many people that make the Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt, but I absolutely love the Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt. I love thin neck sabers. So I love the emitter windows. Awesome. Solo's hold. I mean, look how small that is. This is a really nice feeling saber. And I bought it because he does what's called runs. In the saber world, what a run is, so while these are more mass-produced, runs are like, okay, I'm going to, let's say a smaller saber maker says, okay, I'm going to make 100 of these sabers in a run. You sign up, you say you're interested, you pay me, I'll do the run, I'll get these out to you. What's kind of nice about that is instead of having a saber that's 1,000 sitting out there, you have a saber that's 100. There's only 100 people that have this saber. And it's a really nice ergonomic, well put together saber. I really like Solo's holds work. This is a Genesis custom saber. Rob, Mad Cow, otherwise known, he makes some great sabers. So he's a lot of one-off customs. He has 3 sabers that he makes as kind of a production line. This is his Ascend saber. I absolutely am in love with this saber. He's easy to work with. I got to customize this hilt from top to bottom. It's awesome. I love this. This is Vader's Vault. This is my newest addition. Again, this is super small, like the. So let's look at that here. So there's nothing wrong with being a little bit bigger. People with bigger hands are gonna want that. This isn't that big though. That's a pretty small diameter. I mean, I think out of all of them, those 2 are gonna be the smallest. You can tell because look at my hand. See how it's not touching? See how it is touching? So you got to find something that works for you. So let me go back to the Vader's Vault. They're kind of a little bit more like Rob, Deanna, and Alan. They make sabers. There's a combat class, there's a champion class, and master class. So their combat class is for the combat saber. Their champion class is a step above that. Really well put together sabers. Really, you can't go wrong with anybody. Okay? I don't care what anybody tells you. Go with what you want. If one of the hilts speaks to you, get it. All right? So, let's just do a quick recap. Mid-level board sabers. I duel with this the most. I just got this, so I haven't dueled with it. Really excited to try it. This is going to be a stunt, so it's just going to have a red LED. But I want to do something with it. I want to not just have it sit here. Just because this is my favorite saber, I probably won't duel with it. That's nothing against Saber Forge. It's just I don't want anything to happen to my favorite saber in the world. Besides Luke's, which Solus Hold is making, but that's not for this. We're not getting into who's doing what and what's doing what. See, I really love the design of obviously, though, I got them because I love the design of them, but, you know, that is a nice design. And this is more of a collector's item.
Yoda, you seek Yoda.
Am I going to duel with that? Probably not. It's just for my son to have a lightsaber. Because when I was a kid, if I would have had one of these lightsabers, I would have shit my pants. All right. So hit me up if you have questions. I might have been all over the board. Just hit me up if you have questions, all right?